Hi, everyone. So today we're going to talk about active and passive voice. So let's talk about the definition of both of them first. So active voice, the definition is the subject is performing the action. So the sentence structure would be the subject plus the verb plus the object. So the example below, the cat chased the mouse. So in this example, cat is the subject, chased is the verb, and mouse would be the object. So why use it? It's direct, clear, and it's often more engaging. And the active voice is common in everyday speech and writing. Then you have the passive voice, and the definition is the subject of the sentence receives the action. So the structure is set up differently. You have the object plus form of to be plus past participle plus by plus agent. So here's an example. The mouse was chased by the cat. So mouse now becomes the subject, chased is the verb, and now the cat is the agent. So why would you use this type of sentence structure? To emphasize the action or the receiver of the action. When the doer is unknown or unimportant, it's common in scientific or formal writing. So the table below, it has the active voice compared to the passive voice. So the focus, you have the doer of the action for active, but for passive, it's the receiver of the action. Clarity, active is more direct and concise. Passive, it can be wordier or vague. Active example, she wrote the book. Passive, the book was written by her. So use case, everyday writing, storytelling, formal reports when doer is unknown.
As I said, as Laura said, passive voice is not very common. Scientists use passive voice all the time. When you write scientific stuff, they don't say, I performed the experiment. They say the experiment was performed. Read any scientific article, the scientists don't say, yesterday I found a solution to this problem. No, they say a solution was found to the problem. So remember, scientists do that a lot, but you need to know this. So, okay, here.
So now this activity number 4, it's a role play, and it's titled At a Hotel. So Pumi, could you be the receptionist? And Watsala, could you be the tourist?
Okay. Good morning, sir. How can I help you?
Vatsala, your voice, turn it on. We can't hear you. Still, there's something.
I'm here to inquire if a room has been reserved for me.
Sir, may I know your name, please?
I am Michael Stephens.
Let me see. The register is being checked. A single room for 2 nights.
That's right.
We have arranged refreshment in the lobby, sir. Sir, please follow me.
Thank you, but I want to see the room first.
Sorry, sir. It is being arranged at the moment. It will be ready in 5 minutes.
Oh, is it still being arranged? Then I'll walk in the lobby.
Is there anything else that you need to know?
No, thank you. I hope everything is being attended to.
Sure. Enjoy your stay here, sir.
Thank you.
No, you want to say a few words about these the fragments in?
Sure. So all of the sentences, the sentence fragments that are in bold, those are all in the passive voice. So if we scroll down, we'll see now those fragments here. So a room has been reserved for me. It's present, perfect, passive. The action completed at an unspecified time before now. The register is being checked. That's present continuous. In the passive voice, it's an ongoing action happening right now. It is being arranged at the moment. Present continuous, passive voice, repeated for emphasis, same as above. Is it still being arranged? Present continuous, and it's passive, and it's a question form. Action still is in progress. Everything is being attended to. Present continuous. It's passive. It's a general assurance that things are being handled.
So notice in this, all of these sentences that are in passive voice, they are present continuous. That's something. So it's very common. You will see that even though you can write a sentence then convert it into the passive voice, not all, we don't use that all the time. Around 3 cases we don't use it. We'll talk about that later, but here, before we get into passive voice, Laura, you can ask them to do this. And this is not passive voice. First, let's look at active voice sentences, right? So fill in the blank.
So we're going to find the tense of the following sentences. So you have simple, and now we need to say whether it's past, present, or future. So the first one, Pumi, can you read the sentence?
Okay. Meera travels right and keeps her promises, except the one that really mattered.
So what tense is this? What tense is travels? Is it present,
Simple.
past, or future?
Present.
So it's simple present. Yes. Okay.
She warned, if you touch my sketchbook again, I'll tear up your notes.
And what do you think that is?
Simple past.
Yes.
She said, if you disappear again, don't bother coming back. Simple past.
Yeah, I just put it. I just put it on the. Okay, this one.
She will speak to him this time. Really speak. Simple future tense.
Yes. And now for continuous.
She is standing outside the old Baker
Bakery.
bakery, watching a man she once loved. Continuous. Present continuous.
He was waiting in the rain, holding the letter she never read. Past continuous.
By sunset, they will be walking down the shoreline like nothing ever broke. Future continuous.
Okay, now we have perfect.
She has returned to his moment more times than she can count. Present perfect.
By then, she already had vanished into the flood of time. Past continuous. Past perfect.
That's perfect.
In an hour, she will have told him the truth. She never stopped loving him. Future perfect. Good.
And now we have perfect continuous.
She has been replying their last conversation for years. Present perfect continuous.
She had been trying to rewrite that goodbye ever since. Present past continuous.
By
Um,
then,
Past perfect
Yeah,
continuous.
by then they will have been living in separate timelines for a decade. Future perfect continuous.
Good.
Okay, good.
So now the next one, we're going to fill in the blanks using the appropriate verb tense. So, for instance, present simple, it would be Lena lives in a small coastal town. So, Pumi, why don't you start with number 2?
Right now. Writing, she is writing a letter she should have sent years ago.
Yes. And then Watsala?
She has carried secrets since she was 17.
And then Pumi?
She
Stay is the verb. All right, I'll give you the answer. You knew the answer. Right? She had things, yeah. So you knew that answer.
Years ago, she loved a boy who read poetry and worked at the lighthouse.
They had
So here she
They had
loved.
been
No, this is
They had
present.
been dancing.
We're dancing.
They were dancing.
they
This is
were
just
dancing.
right. Okay. Past perfect here. This is perfect, not perfect
Yes.
continuous.
No,
Why don't you go up for a
She-
second? Jay?
Up here.
She
Yeah, go
had
up to the
knew
previous one.
Yeah. So this is simple.
she had knew he was leaving.
Then loud here. The verb is
No, I was just showing. So present perfect, she has carried, but past perfect would be she already
yeah.
had.
Had knew.
Had known, not knew. No, right? This is a irregular verb. Okay. And this one.
she had been.
She had been hoping he would
Mhm.
change his mind, but
We
he did.
did plenty of this. Okay. And here this now future. This should be simple. Tomorrow, Lena, what?
Will be
He now
more.
Will walk, right? And here, future continuous.
Waiting. Will be in waiting.
Will be waiting, yeah. What is this?
will
In a week, she what? This is perfect. Will what?
will be
Will have,
will have
Answered.
right? The will be we already have. And this one, very similar
Will
to this,
have
but
been.
it
They have been
Mhm.
Hold becomes what?
holding.
Okay, all right. So even though we have done this so many times, so you still have some, you need to brush it up, right? Okay.
Well,
So
I think it's because in everyday
some of the things we don't use.
conversation, we usually use present, past, and future.
So here is the table. I'll let Laura let them handle. One can read the active voice and the other can read the passive voice, right?
Sure.
Okay.
So how about I'll read the tense, and then Pumi, you can read the active voice, and Watsala, you read the passive voice. So present simple,
She writes a letter.
A letter is written by her.
past simple,
He painted the wall.
The wall was painted by him.
future simple,
They will deliver the package.
The package will be delivered by them.
present continuous,
I am reading a book.
A book is being read by me.
past continuous,
She was baking a cake.
A cake was being baked by her.
future continuous,
He will be driving the car.
The car will be being driven by him.
present perfect,
We have completed the project.
The project has been completed by us.
past perfect,
They had closed the store.
The store had been closed by them.
future perfect,
I will have finished the homework.
The homework will have been finished by me.
present perfect continuous,
She has been singing the song.
The song has been being sung by her.
past perfect continuous,
He had been repairing the bike.
The bike had been being repaired by him.
future perfect continuous,
They will have been watching the movie.
The movie will have been being watched by them.
Okay. So
Okay,
here
so
is
so can we go back up, because I know you have in parentheses like rare, extremely rare, but some of
yeah.
those
I think what's
some
it?
of those sentences sound wrong, even though they're right.
No, they are right, but did I have it? No, I
Like
think
the future,
reality.
will- yes, future continues. The car will be being driven by him. That's like a tongue twister. It doesn't even sound
That's
right.
that's why. Look at these three cases. People don't we don't use it. This
And
is
like
just
the bike had been being repaired. I've never heard anyone speak like that.
nobody. That's why they are rare and we don't. When I say rare, don't use it. Avoid using it. That's the trick. So this is just for an exercise
Right.
purpose. So as you say, the mostly is here. Look at this one, right? In this passage we had is mostly present continuous. That's the most common one, right?
Right.
Okay, Laura, you can complete this table. Or do we
We
need
did this
to-
already. This
We
is like
already
right
did. Yeah,
after
we
the
already did.
role play.
Yeah. Already did.
I think we just wanted it in both places.
Yeah. Okay.
So again, the active and passive voice, let's just go over. active voice. So in an active sentence, the subject is going to be performing the action. And the example, the dog chased the ball. The dog is doing the chasing, and this is clear, direct, and energetic. You can take that same sentence and change it into the passive voice, and now the subject is going to be receiving the action. So the ball was chased by the dog. Now the ball is becoming the focus of the sentence, and the doer, the dog, comes at the end, or may even be left out completely. Which you could just say the ball was chased. Doesn't really seem, I mean, I think you'd want the dog in the sentence, but if the dog isn't important in the context of the sentence and you just want to say the ball was chased, you can do that. Which one is more common? The active voice is generally more common, especially in just everyday conversation and most types of writing. It's clear and it's usually easier to follow. The passive voice does have its place, like when the doer is unknown, unimportant, or you want to emphasize the action or recipient intended. For example, the thief was caught last night. You care more about the fact that the thief was caught than who actually caught him.
Okay, we can opt.
We did this.
We did this, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think. Okay, yeah, this is what we can. I don't think we already said this. I don't want to talk about okay, we can do this one, most common ones. Yeah.
So most common passive voice tenses, you have present simple passive. This is usually used for facts, routines, or general truths. Example, English is spoken in many countries. Then you have the past simple passive. This is used for completed actions in the past when the doer is unknown or unimportant. Example, the window was broken last night. You have present perfect passive. It's used to show recent actions or experiences with a connection to the present. Example, the documents have been signed. Past perfect passive. It's often used in more formal writing or storytelling to show a past action completed before another. Example, the package had been delivered before we arrived. Future simple passive. Used to show future plans or predictions without focusing on the doer. Example, the guests will be welcomed at the entrance. Then you have present continuous passive. It's useful for actions happening right at this moment. So
I feel we can stop because the next one, what they do, right? We'll start it here. They give these, hold on, I'll show it to you. They give pictures and you are supposed to, okay, this is the thing. I think you guys can prepare. See these actions, we'll do it next time, right? So they want you to convert into passive voice, right? The cake is being decorated, things like that. So we'll continue next time. How about that?
okay.
So
Okay.
thank you. Hold on, not done yet.